Hello, everyone. Um, Sorry I haven't been on in a while, but as you know, I've been doing some traveling around and had several people text me and email me and making sure that I'm okay. So I just want to jump on tonight and let you guys know that I am okay. Everything is fine. I got some issues that I'm working out right now, so hopefully we can get those all cleared up and get back on a more regular schedule. Let's go over here and see who we got in here tonight. Look at that. First in there is my good old buddy over the hill, RV. I know he's getting ready to start rolling. I know he's bought his Jeep and he's getting it all ready to tow behind his rig. So hopefully we can run into him sometime real soon. We got Melnetti living free zip codeless in here. Lynn Farm Okie, how you doing, my friend? I hadn't seen you in a while. Ashley's World, Going Green Mom, Mullock Wing. Hope I said that right. A little bit crazy. How you doing, girl? Happy Place Camping, my sister. Texas Family Camping's in here. Appreciate it. And Vicky England. Man, we got 22 in here already. Aaron Jemison's jumped in. Hope I didn't miss anybody. But I've been putting out some videos to my members to try to keep them engaged. Bama Rush, how you doing? Kevin, how you doing, my favorite nephew? I can only say that because I don't think Michael's watching or any of the other nephews, but you do have it in your title, so that's good. Johnny's Journey, hey, how you guys doing? Sure wish we'd have had a little bit more time. We were going to try to sneak up towards St. Louis and see if we could have lunch with you guys yesterday, but ended up coming across 55 on the bottom, or 555 on the bottom of Missouri, and didn't get a chance to make it up to the St. Louis, Columbia area. But we're definitely going to hook up with you and Vanderelli here before long and see if we can meet somewhere for lunch. Rhonda's in here. Our Epic RV, how you doing, my friend? Some big news I can share with you guys is that after talking to the state and kind of talking it over with my kids and stuff, I think May 31st of this year will be my last official day of work. I think I am officially retiring as of June 1st of this year. So after talking with the state, I've met my goal and really won't be gaining anything by staying. So very minimum if I stay per year now, because it only goes on years of service versus on how much you would make on your retirement. And to me, I can't see that it's really, the money don't match the years of service. So I think officially June 1st, you'll be looking at a retired man. And then we'll see where life takes me after that. I am going to be looking for some kind of supplement to my income because, like a lot of fire departments, my fire department doesn't offer insurance once you retire. It's on your own. And we know what the high cost of insurance is nowadays. So I will be looking for some opportunities. I don't want to work full time, obviously, or I wouldn't quit the job that I love. But I will be looking for something. So I'm kind of looking around for some possibilities of doing a little bit of work camping. I know we have several work campers in here. Or looking at several other different options that may come available. I spent last week down at KT's house. It was way too cold. Desert Adventure in Arizona. How you doing? It was way too cold here. They were predicting minus 31 degree wind chills, minus 20 degrees temperature, and I couldn't sit here. And my rig actually froze up at minus 11. So to try to save any damage to it, I headed south, and I was just going to head south far enough to where I could get out of the freezing temperature. Chasing America, how you doing? And I ended up at KT's house with slow momentum. That's how far I had to go south. So that ended up at his house, which hence I got my, look at that. I actually got this while I was down there, the Slow-Mo Crew tumbler. So he gave that to me while I was down there, and I appreciate his hospitality because even though they got ice and they got cold weather, unusually cold weather for our Epic RV's got an opening for a new butler. Would I get an application at, buddy? But yeah, it was, like I said, it was cold, unusually cold for Arizona, but it was above freezing. And my rig can handle that. I've got best figured is down to 0 before it really freezes. I've got a heated belt and everything, but with a minus 33 degree wind chill or even minus 11, it couldn't keep up, and I couldn't take the chance of damaging my house now. So I called my boss, and he gave me a week off to try to save my house. So that's where I headed. And like I said, ended up at KT's house. We had a great week with him and BJ. BJ had got in the day before, and she was there the entire time. And let me tell you what, I did not go hungry at their house. Man, that girl can cook. I can't even tell you all the things. We had fried chicken, pancakes. They fed about every 2 hours. You were eating something. I think I put on about 10 pounds in that week. It was a little hairy coming out of there on Friday because I knew I had to get to work tomorrow. But yeah, 3 inches of ice, and Louisiana does not know how to handle ice. I think it was about a 35-mile drive, and basically a what I call, if you'll go down the old farm roads and it's just got the 2 tire tracks with the grass in the middle. About 30 minutes of that was driving on a 2-lane road, but you only had 2 paths for your tires to fit in a 40-foot Class A diesel pusher. It just fit in those 2 little lanes. And I mean, it was thick enough ice that if you would hit it on either side, it would bounce you back and forth. But did get out of there. They were having a problem with fuel. No one had fuel. Victoria May, thank you. Let me see if I can get Happy Place up here to help me, because I know I'm missing something. I saw she jumped in here. Happy Place, grab that link and come on up and help me. I need all the help I can get. We got 37 in the house. Thank you. Griswold's Family Vacay, how you doing? Let me see if we can get old Happy Place up here to help me out. And Nettie, if you're around, grab that link and come up here. We'll get part of the old morning crew back up here. I know Gary's out on the road Talked to him day before yesterday, and he was in Indiana getting ready to pick up and head to Oregon. So I'm not sure where he's at. There, we got somebody here. Happy Place trying to pop up here. Let's bring her up here, and she can help me out a little bit. You ready, Felix? All right. Hey, lady.
Hey,
How you doing?
congrats on getting to retire.
Thanks. It's going so fast. I can't keep up with the chat and keep my train. You know, I can't do two things at one time.
Yeah,
So I figured you could help me watch that for questions.
pretty much
I
everybody's
know
just
Bama
saying
Russ
hey.
Bama Russ said something appeared. My neighbor got a permit to do a prescribed burn yesterday and didn't keep it regulated and got too close to RV and was, oh, dang, exploded it very loud. Oh my gosh. Yeah. If you guys haven't ever witnessed a 20 or 30 pound propane tank exploding, it's quite the sight to see. I've witnessed several of those in my career because people like to have gas grills on their decks when their house is catching on fire. And yeah, I've witnessed a few of those blow up. It is pretty loud. But let's see, where was I at? But anyway, we're pulling out, so they were having problem. No one could get fuel down there. The trash trucks couldn't even run, so everybody's trash dumpsters were running over. They couldn't get fuel to the gas stations. I was out of fuel. I mean, so far low of fuel that my generator stopped running, and it quits running at 10% of the tank. And I'm thinking I got to go 30 miles to get to a Love's gas station. I'll stop at one of these little, smaller gas stations and get just a little bit of, enough diesel to make it up to one of the big stations. Nobody's got diesel. Everyone's out of diesel. Everyone's out of gas. So luckily, there was one station that had some diesel at it. So I stopped and got about 20 gallons. So I make sure I had enough and get my generator fired back up, because if you guys don't know, my rig is all electric. I have no propane. I have no electric heat. Everything runs off the diesel tank. My Aqua Hot system pulls off the diesel tank. My hot water heater pulls off the diesel tank. My heat pulls off the diesel tank. My generator pulls off the diesel tank. Now, my generator ran from last Friday till yesterday at 3 o'clock, nonstop, until it shut off when I ran out of gas, just for about 15, 20 minutes there. I get it fired back up. So, needless to say, the generator is definitely needed a servicing, because between Arizona and between the week at KT's house, I think it's got a total of about 14 days straight running time on it. So I think we were 8 days out there straight running, and then 7 days here straight running. So it's did great, give me no trouble whatsoever, kept me supplied in power. So I'm happy for it, but definitely needs a little bit of TLC now, I think.
So were they out of diesel because they couldn't get deliveries in because of the bad weather, or was there another reason?
Yeah, the gas trucks couldn't make it down the roads. The tankers couldn't make it down the roads. I mean, literally, the highway that KT lives on is a 4-lane road, divided 4-lane road, but literally it was only a 2-track on each side. Just where the cars have been running, even in the center of your rig, it was still 3 inches high. So you had 2 little tire lanes basically that you were driving on. So they were the grocery stores were running out of food. Dollar General store had to close because they ran out of stuff, which is too far from his house. There were power outages all over the place. We saw, I know, several roofs that had collapsed due to the amount of ice that was on metal buildings. It's just something, and they were saying down there on the local news, they hadn't had an ice event like that in decades. They said this was the storm of the decades. Now at KT's, you got to realize that where he lives is a old RV repair place, so he has covered shelters. So I was up underneath the covered shelter, The sides aren't covered, but it's got a roof on it. I had so much ice on my slide out on my canopies that I had to, and you're not supposed to do this, and I know, so don't everybody yell at me. I had to pull my RV out of the covered slot and put it in the sun with all my slides extended. Now, this is only big enough to get your RV in. I mean, I think I had a couple inches on each side of the post when I was pulling it out. But when I went to put my slides in, they wouldn't come in because all the ice built up on the canopies. So I had to get it pulled outside so the sun could hit it, melted out off a little bit before I could get up there on the ladder, get the ice off my canopies that cover my slides so I could bring my slides in.
That's crazy.
It was about an hour process getting it out in the sun and then getting up there and cleaning all the ice off of it. But and then I was going to go back up to I-20, take I-20 over to Shreveport, Louisiana, and cut up through Arkansas that way. 20 west, bound 20, Interstate 20, they closed it. So I ended up having to go east to Jackson, Mississippi, up to Memphis, Tennessee, and then over to Springfield, Missouri, and then up that way. So it probably wasn't too far from you, Felix, actually, at one point in time. But I was just, oh, thank you. Nettie says awning toppers. So that's what they're called. They were awning ice covered. That's what I called them. But yeah, it was an adventure. And then from Louisiana, even 20 east over to Jackson, Mississippi, up about 60 miles from Memphis, Tennessee. It was when we were on major highways. It was on 55 highway. It was down to one lane. I mean, it was one lane. You could not get to the shoulder. You could not get to the passing lane. It was
That
one
is
lane
just
traffic.
crazy.
So I was the westbound lanes. They had a small accident on the bridge, and I bet it was backed up for a good 7 or 8 miles.
Whoa.
On there just because of one accident on the bridge, because everything was down to one lane, so everybody just had to stop. I'm not sure when they ever got that cleared, but I know it was a good 7 or 8 mile backup.
So did you notice the difference once you got into Missouri? Did you notice a difference in the road conditions?
From Memphis, Tennessee, I went over to West Memphis, Arkansas, up 55, caught 555 across. I was going to take 40 across, and I wasn't sure how 40 was over in Arkansas because I'd heard that Pine Bluff, Arkansas got 15 inches of snow. So I went on up to 555, cut across there, and ended up, probably ended up having to do about 120 miles on 2-lane roads, but they were nice and clear. So I didn't have no problem with it. And then I came over into Springfield right there and caught 65 right there at Ozark and came on up 65 and then over to 713 and back in. But yeah, once I got just about 60 miles outside of Memphis, Tennessee, the roads, you actually had 2 lanes of road. You didn't really have shoulders. And the time you got to Memphis, they were nice and clear. I stopped at a Love's truck stop, it was a Flying J because Love was full. Petro, and I stayed the night there in West Memphis, Arkansas. I got up the next morning, drove on in yesterday, and got back here to the RV park about 3:30 and got set up. It was an adventure, but at least I don't think I got a lot of damage on the rig. I came back, dumped my tanks, filled it up. Don't seem to have no major leaks on it or anything. Everything seems to be working good. So hopefully avoided some serious damage because some people here at the park that I'm staying at, I was talking to the gentleman right behind me. His black tank froze and broke. His, what do you say? His hot water tank froze and broke. So you're talking about, his outdoor kitchen, all of his water lines out there broke. So you're talking several $100s to get that fixed back up. So luckily I had the time and my boss understood and let me have the week off, and I just drove until couldn't really drive no more. I mean, I could have went a little bit further south, but it wasn't did no good. KT lives about 20 miles right inside the um, Louisiana line, so it's not too far into Louisiana. But I was checking even like down to Baton Rouge and all that, and they were still going to be cold. So it was nice to hang out with KT and BJ for a week, and the chickens and Uncle Lisa the duck.
Uncle Lisa
And,
Duck.
got the person close and personal to Uncle Lisa the duck. Yeah, but yeah, I tell you what, KT and BJ are a class act. I mean, they just welcomed us in. I called him and said, "Hey man, you mind some company?" He said, "Come on." And we did, and I think we left his house one time to run up to Dollar General store to get a couple of things, but other than that, they took good care of us. And like I said, I think I gained about 10 pounds there because BJ likes to cook, and she can cook good. So
That's cool.
but I just wanted to jump on and let everybody know that doing okay. Haven't been doing a lot of lives lately. For one reason, obviously, was in Arizona and you don't have any internet service out there. And then been doing some traveling here and there with even everybody knows at KT's house you don't have good internet. I could jump on some people's lives every once in a while, but it was hit and miss on whether or not you got it or not. So hopefully things will calm down and we can get back on the semi-normal schedule. This next week going to be all the eggs you could eat. That's right. I went out and picked the eggs for one morning. So but yeah, KT cooked too. So we had jambalaya one night. We had fried chicken. This was all home cooked. This wasn't stuff they went out and bought. This was all home cooked stuff.
Did you get any boudin?
No, he was going to make some boudin, but we didn't have all the stuff, and you couldn't go out and get it. So I'm sure there'll be some boudin down there in April. So I can't wait to try some boudin. I don't know if I like it or not, but I'll try everything once.
Right.
May not eat it, but yeah, that's right, Aaron. All that matters is the rig's still good and safe. So hopefully, other than the cost of getting it all serviced up, I think I scaved out without any damage. I do have a little bit of an electrical issue going on. I got an electrician working on that now. For some reason, I lost one of my 30 amp legs in my breaker box. On Super Bowl Sunday, I was cooking some, had the microwave going, then I plugged in the air fryer and was going to do some chicken wings, and I think I did something because I lost one of the 30 amp legs on one side of one of my breaker box. So I've got like my computer now. I've got my plug right here where my computer doesn't work. So I've got an extension cord going up to a plug up front, coming back here to plug all this in. Now I got to run the cord in the back at night so I can have my alarm and my phone and stuff back there. But electrician, I didn't have any outlets except the 3 up the very front. An electrician come out here and he got it all working on the passenger side of the coach all the way up to through the kitchen. So I've got all those outlets on that side works. No big deal. And I told him don't worry about it because he thinks there's something wrong with the inverter, which is outside. And this is the night it was minus 11 degrees or getting real cold. The night he come out to look at it. And I told him, I said, man, just give me some outlets and you can come back when it's warmer. And he did. He got me. I'm surviving with the outlets I got, and I can run the extension cord for a little while, and he's going to come back out when it warms up and see what he can figure out. He took my book to the rig, and then the switch up front that does my inverter versus generator versus shore power, and he's going to read up on that. He says he don't think it's too big a deal, but he just don't work on RVs enough, so. If not, I'll run it up to the Ford RV that's right up the street and see if they can figure it out for me. But
it's supposed to be a little warmer this week, so maybe he can get out there and look at it this week. Yeah.
We're supposed to be one day in the 60s. 50s and 60s week. Yeah. So I'm ready for that. We
Cool.
had a
Maybe we
pretty
can
nice.
finally go magnet fishing.
It was 42 today, and most of the snow here at the RV park on my site when I got back, of course, last night was snow covered with 3 or 4 inches of snow, and pretty much today it melted off pretty well on the gravel area. The grass has still got on there. Hey, Linda R., how you doing? Sorry if I'm missing anybody coming. I'm just rambling here.
See what Nettie said? The breaker on the inverter is probably tripped.
Yeah, it could be, and you know where that inverter is on mine, Nettie. So, like I said, it was so cold out there that night. Your hands were hurting. So he was out there trying to crawl in that compartment to get to the inverter, and I told him, I said, just wait till it warms up. You know, you got me enough power I can live on. When it warms up, come back, and I might be able to check that too if it's just a breaker on the inverter that might have tripped. But my inverter is in a weird place. Nettie and Mel know where it's at. Hello, Weekend RVing, our Epic RV. I know you've been in here for a while, but man, I can't wait to get back on the road and hook up with you guys, and let's do some more convoying around the country. That was so much fun with you guys, and Mel and Nettie and whoever else can go. Timmy Ray the King just jumped in. Victoria May. Sorry, I'm trying to catch everybody. I know, Timmy, you slept all day. I can't believe people could sleep in the middle of the day. I wish I could do that. I just cannot do that for anything.
No, I can't either unless I'm sick or something.
Yeah, I have to be really sick to be able to take a nap.
Yeah.
Bruce just jumped in. Man, we got 30 in the house. I thank each and every one of you for coming by. And like I said, sorry I haven't been doing too many lives, but just some things going on that I got to get straightened out. And all my close friend knows what's going on, and we'll keep it at that for now. And hopefully we'll get it back on a regular schedule here before too long. But thank you, KNR. We love you too, buddy. I still don't have my tiny hands. I can't believe I drove all the way up there in a snowstorm to meet him. I still didn't get my tiny hands. But I think he was kind of surprised.
They mailed my tiny hands.
Did they? Well, he said he had them the day up there, but I messed with him by having you and Jesse there, and he said he forgot to give them to me. So.
Mm-hmm. He got overly excited.
Yeah, they had a good live tonight right before mine. I was over there almost stayed too late. I didn't realize how close it was getting to my show. So, but I always enjoy them. They had a good one. Box Van D had a great one. I just been on YouTube pretty much all day today because I haven't been much to do. So, Aaron Jemison says, "Come visit us in Amana. We can do breakfast." Oh, absolutely.
You need to.
And I will definitely.
Aaron needs to hook you up with a work camp job up there.
Yeah, I talked to him in one of the lives. He said, I can't remember. He'll have to text me who I'm supposed to call and talk to up there. So I asked him if I need any more help because that would just be about perfect.
Yeah.
I know Linda are not talking to me, but I definitely need a haircut and a shave. I'll tell you that. My hair hasn't been this long in a long time. We're going to take care of that here soon. And then after I retire, I'm going to look like
an old hippie.
I'm grow my big old long beard and big old long hair, probably braid it down the back.
Gosh.
With some leather and stuff.
Leather?
Well, you know how the bikers have the leather woven in their braids,
I don't think ZZ Top wore leather. Did they wear leather?
No, I'm going to ZZ Top. I'm going to ZZ Top biker
yeah, people
look.
that drive RVs don't wear leather either. I hate to break that to you.
Why?
They just don't.
Well, maybe I had to get a bike and put on the back.
And chaps are meant to have pants underneath. Just so you know.
Not always. Not if you got seat warmers. You don't have to have them.
Oh,
Dreadlocks.
chaps with
Chaps
no
with
underwear.
no underwear.
No, no.
Call them cheek chillers. That's what we call them.
Oh, it'd be okay, Aaron, if he's getting paid for it.
Linda R. No, my retirement date will be official tomorrow when I talk to my bosses. My last day will be May 31st of this year. Officially June 1st, I will be retired looking for work, which sounds stupid, but I'm not going to work full time. That's for sure. If I was going to work full time, I would just stay where I'm at because I love my job, but I don't want to work full time no more. And when I go to the lake down there in Arkansas, I will be wearing a t-shirt at that lake, or at least a protective cover over the niplets, maybe some pasties or something like that. Have a place camping. The people might wear leather when they aren't at the Magic Circle. They could. Yeah, did you see that?
Fed him a
Aaron
lot.
said he got paid for picking up poo last time. He fed me a lot. He did do that. He made a heck of a meal one night. So why work when you can travel? I don't know why this isn't staying up there. Meet up with friends. That's exactly right. So my plan is I want to work somewhere within about 3 or 4 hours of home here, so I can still come back and see my kids and grandkids, um, regularly.
Mhm.
Um, I've also kicked the idea around about doing something like Gary and KT are doing, and maybe only doing one load a month, go out and work for a week, and then come back and stay for 3 weeks. Um, I've got till June to figure it out, so hopefully I can get it figured out about that. I know Steve Turtle, he was in one earlier, and he was telling me about a work camp job in Texas that's open, and he's got one up there at Millbridge Village where he works. But that's 16 hours away, 12 hours away. I'd like to kind of stay, so I could drive back home, see the kids and grandkids because they're still a big part of my life. So I want to keep them. I want to stay close enough I can come back and see them whenever I want to. I said I would never go to the desert again. I'm slowly changing my mind. I would probably go back out there maybe for a week, few days or a week. It was interesting. I don't regret it. I still haven't got the dust cleaned out of my truck and my camper from it yet, but it's getting there. It's getting better and better. Let's see, Aaron Jemison, Camelot RV Park in Poplar
Yeah.
Bluff, Missouri is always looking for people. I'll have to check that out. I got to write that down so I don't forget it. And I don't know how to go back and get the chat. So, Camelot Park. I got to. Here's my paper I'm writing on. See, it was my dinner plate. So, Camelot. You know where that's at, Felix?
Yep.
You do?
Yeah.
How far is that from me?
From you, probably about 5 hours or so.
Oh.
Five or so.
I'm going to get on some. I'm going to get on some work camping sites here. I like to work at a state park or something like that. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Best thing about it is that I want to get up. I want to put my headphones on. I want to go climb on a lawnmower, and I want to make pretty lines on somebody's yard. And that's all I really want to think about for work.
Make sure that when you do this work camper thing, that you negotiate and tell them you don't want to do bathrooms. Ugh.
Yeah, I'll do them if that's what it takes. I don't. I got a respirator and suits I can put on and go in there and
Yeah. Sometimes you may need them.
I've cleaned up a lot more of that in my career so far. I don't know if that'd really bother me or not. Some of the stuff I've had to clean up may not be too bad. A lot of the state parks do not pay. I'm not sure. I'd need a lot of money if I just had a place to put my rig where I'm not having to pay, an arm and a leg to stay at a place for a month.
Yeah, I think most of them, give you the sites. They let you stay for free with all the hookups and stuff. I think that's kind of a given. That's sort of your pay is.
Yeah.
You get to sit there. But
our Epic RV Adventure. All right, guys, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by, and hope to catch you up on the road here sometime this year. But yeah, it was. I got a few months to figure it out, and the reason I chose to go to May 1st is that my deputy fire chief, he just became the deputy fire chief, and I want to make sure he feels good enough to take over when I'm gone, and he knows he can call me anytime he needs to. But I want to give him a couple months here and get him introduced to all the people he needs to know, and just not leave him hanging out in the cold. But he already knows that he can call me anytime, night or day, if he has a question about anything. So I just, I don't want to leave. It's been a great job, great career. Couldn't think of doing anything else but what I've did for the last 30 years, but it's time to go do something else. So let these young guys take this stuff over. That's a young man's game that I've been playing in for 30 years. I'm not young anymore.
It's time for you to get out and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, I still want to work. I'm not ready to quit working. But like I said, if I could get on a lawnmower and mow yard, my gosh, and not have to worry about anything. But mowing grass or picking up trash or cleaning out fire pits or heck, even cleaning the bathroom, man, what a break that would be for the last 30 years. So, like I said, if I can get the camp spot free, that's a plus. If you can work out a little hourly wage, even better. So, Veterans Xanadu, I like nap camping. Anyone hiring?
Yeah, Aaron said the key word in work camping is work. So that leaves me out. And I don't like that word work.
I'm not scared to work. I like I said, I gotta work because I'd be going
I'm not scared to work. I just don't want to work.
Yeah. I can go mow Adventure in Xanadu anytime. And the bad thing about it, I just bought a brand new 60-inch Kubota hydrostatic zero-turn mower that now I'm not going to need.
Well, you come down and use it on my yard. I'll let you mow mine.
Okay, I might just run. I just might tie it in the back of my truck and just go around and mow people's yard that I know.
There you go.
That'd be it. Everybody owe me $5 or something for some gas money. Aaron Jemison said he's been working 2 years and never got a nap. I know he didn't get a nap when I was up at Manna last year because it was during the dog show. I hardly got to see him. He would be so tired when he got off. He was ready to go to bed. So this year when I plan on going up there, it's not going to be during the dog show.
Yeah, he said take that mower to Amana. Yeah, they got a big space up there. You'd be mowing all day.
I love that. That would be perfect too because they're all nice and straight. I could put some nice striping on there, make that look like a baseball field before it's over. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to it. So, yeah, the AKC sucks. I think he was working from sun up to sundown, pretty much up there, and I was up there in the summer. So sun up was 6:37, sundown was 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I think he was working pretty much the whole time we was up there. He did get one day off. We got to go look around the villages up there, or the colonies, I guess is what they call them. But other than that, man, they were busy the entire time we were there. But just constant flow of campers in there for that dog show. But
That's crazy.
I think it was 1 week, so I could handle that for a week. But man, I can tell you, I'm sure they're glad when it's over too.
Yeah.
Let's say, make sure I'm not missing anything in here. Yeah, I got several opportunities. I still work for the private investigation side. Still on their books, so that might be some possibility that I just do one or two, cases a month with them, and be able to make enough, cover insurance and stuff. Hey, what's his name? Bedtime.
I think he's got a nosebleed.
Oh.
Probably the dry heat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be the new Forrest Gump. I mow your yard for free.
Jerry Gump.
Have more, we'll travel. But yeah, if I could find some place down there around you guys, or Iowa, Nebraska, Western Kansas, there's being in the middle here, I should be able to find something, within 3 or 4 hours from home here, I would think.
Yeah. There may even be something like around Oklahoma area too. You can look down there.
Yeah, I'm only 3.5 hours from Oklahoma City, so I mean there should be some things.
I'm sure they have plenty of parks. Surely they have state parks, right? I don't know. I've never really looked into Oklahoma having state parks, but
work 2 days a week and every other Saturday campsite free and paid for time work. See, that's what I need right there. Yep, that would be perfect. 2 days a week.
2 days a week, except during the dog show, right?
I would do the dog. Yeah, you don't work 2 days a week. They were doing a dog show. They were all hands on deck. All you saw was golf carts leading in campers, anywhere from little pull behinds to $1 million Super C's to $2 million Class A's. Hey, maybe I can hire myself out to go out and visit family.
In-laws.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I can just go around. If you don't want to go see your in-laws, I can go spend a weekend with them, maybe for $20 or something.
You're just gonna stay. Oh, there.
There's things out there I can do. That's what I got to work on the next couple months, is trying to figure out what to do for insurance. And I know there's a lot of retired people out here are doing it. So I was going to try to get on the internet and talk to some folks and see what they're doing for health insurance and weigh my options there. I talked to my insurance broker, and he's got a couple different options. He's supposed to be working for me up on what it's going to cost me. I know it's not going to be cheap. I'm going to be 59 in June. So it's not going to be cheap, but if I can make that up in my camping and making a few bucks, I think I'll be just fine.
Adventures in Xanadu said your rig would make a great Uber.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I could turn it like a bachelorette party thing, and they can just.
All you need to do is install the pole.
Yeah, I can put it right there in the middle.
Yep.
Somehow block me off so I don't have to see all the craziness going on. But I tell you, after the trip to Arizona and back, and then the trip to KT's and back, I'm pretty sure I can drive this thing. I'm not scared of any roads now. I'll just put it that way. Hey, there's BB3 Murder Mystery. That was a great story tonight. Okay. I will, Aaron, for sure. I appreciate that, buddy. I know there's enough people on here that people can help me out on what to do and where to go and where to look. And I know a lot of people have, like I said, the insurance problem. They've worked it out, and I have no doubt that I can get it worked out somehow or the other. So, I'll be at poverty level. Maybe I can get Medicaid or Medicare or something.
I don't know if you'd still be at poverty level though.
Ooh, gonna be darn close. But I'm gonna be fine. I'll tell you that. It'll be good to get out and travel and put this rig out on the road because that's where she likes being. There ain't nothing. This thing just hums when you get it on the highway and set the old cruise about 65. She just hums. She just likes eating up pavement. So
only 65.
Oh yeah. Well, unless you're following Jesse, then it's 75 and 80, just so you can keep up with the tail lights. But yeah, your gas mileage goes from 7.9 to about 6.4 when you're following Jesse.
Yeah, but you weren't going 80 up that mountain road.
No, I was doing 35. That was
we were still going 80, but you weren't.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you were. Yeah, because all I saw was your tail lights getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I just hoped that if you turned off that road before I got over that mountain, you'd at least call me and said, "Hey, at the bottom, take a ride or something."
Yeah.
But she goes downhill. She goes downhill good. Climbing mountains, she slows down. I had to shift her down to third gear and everything. I've never climbed a mountain that high, so it was fun. It was an adventure. Yeah, it was a good climb. And give her a test. So now I'm not scared to go up through Flagstaff. I was scared to go up through Flagstaff during the going out to courtside, but it makes me feel more comfortable about going up into the mountains with it now.
Just when they're having that snowstorm like Snowy did. You know, she comes from Sedona. Oh man, that was a mess. I don't think you could get around in the middle of the road like she did.
No, and I tell you how much ice that they had down in Louisiana when I pulled out of that, and I think I sent it out to the members. If not, I'm getting ready to, and it may be out of when I pulled out of his carport with my slides open. He's only probably got maybe 20 or 30 foot of gravel driveway in front of me, and then you had to make a sharp right-hand turn. So I knew I was going to have to pull out in the yards, especially with the slides open, to get my tail swing to come out. When I got into the yard, my rig's 30-something thousand pounds. It did not even dent the ice. It's how solid that ice was.
That's crazy.
Because I had to get out in the yard and swing out in the yard to make the right-hand turn to come out of his place, but it did not even dent the ice.
Yeah, that video is posted for members. So
okay. Well, some members will be able to see it. We'll make it public here before long so everybody else can see it. They say these things won't even move with your slides out. They will, because I had to pull out of there with all three slides completely out.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
I could have pulled them in a little bit. I didn't even think about it. I just pulled it out and got it out in the sun so it would get some sun on it, kind of help break up the ice so I could get it off the awning covers or whatever Nettie told me they were a while ago. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on here tonight and tell you guys that I'm doing okay back in Kansas. Got a few more months here.
Aaron says we're supposed to ask BB about Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Are we? Has she got a ghost mystery?
No. Then she says they've got some real interesting people there.
BB3, tell us about Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Something must have happened in Poplar Bluff. There's a lot of really interesting people in a lot of towns in Missouri.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting towns in this whole country. I'll tell you, I've seen more in the last 8 months than I've seen probably in my first 47 years. I'll tell you that for sure. But 50. I'm making myself younger. I said 47. 57 years. There's a lot of crazy hillbillies, is what she says. I need to learn how to play the banjo.
That's funny.
Timmy Ray's going to put out a video and driving his race car in the snow and ice. Good luck with that. There was everything I was worried about getting out of KT's driveway and trying to hit that 2-track when I got kind of come up a hill, and he lives on a curve, so the road's kind of slanted anyway at a little bit of embankment. I'm trying to come up his driveway, solid ice, and hit those two little 2-track, and then as soon as you do, you got to make a U-turn and head back the other way. I did it. So it was good. So like I said, I've been sending stuff out to the members, so I appreciate you guys hanging around with me. I appreciate you coming in. We got 29 still in here, and we're 50 minutes into this thing.
Yeah, something
so
like that.
I appreciate you guys all coming back forward, man. How you doing, my man? Thank you. I appreciate it. And we will be having doing some kind of retirement YouTube party. Not exactly sure when, but we'll get back to having the wheel and stuff, because now that I got a merch store, I'll be putting some of my merchandise on it. I did have that big order, Felix. I guess you knew that did come from a guy in Gardner, and he sent me a picture. Let me see if I can find that picture.
Oh yeah,
they're at Quartzsite. They're at Quartzsite right now. They got there today. Let me show you this. So here's his UTV sitting at Quartzsite, and then he's got my hat on the hood of his.
Oh UTV. Yeah.
So there's 9 of them out there. They went out there just to ride. There's 9 of them out there, so they bought 9 hats and 2 T-shirts from my merch store. So they're all going to be riding around with my hat on out there in the desert. So I thought that was pretty cool of them. Oh, and they went to the pizza place.
Well, yeah.
That's the whole group that went out there riding with them.
They should have all been wearing your hat.
I kind of wish I was out there with them. We're going to have a blast out there. I think they took 8 or 9 UTVs out there, and they were going to go out to the desert bar today, because we're going to try to get there and get out there before it closed, because it's only open on weekends. So I was
kind of bummed with the desert bar, but then I saw RV Ashes in April's video, and they were like, it's packed like all the time. So I was kind of like,
was it really?
Yeah. I mean,
crowds,
but drunk crowds are kind of like no, So probably just as well.
The disappearing scuba divers in Jacob's Well. Oh, there you go.
That's creepy.
There's another story for her and Eddie to look into. I love those stories they do. Of course, the one they did tonight, I knew he did it from the minute they said they were married 3 months. He did it.
Always the spouse.
Yeah, especially back in that time, and they've only been married 3 months. And I'm
glad to hear that, James.
Hey, James Cagney.
Cassie's coming home tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
She's been.
Hey, we got about.
She's been sick. She's been in the hospital for the last several days.
Oh, has she really?
Yeah.
She hadn't been sick with it, has she?
No, I think he said that wasn't it. It's something else. So
he wants to do the Devil's Cave in Florida. They got all kind of haunted stories. They'd be doing those murder mysteries forever if they wanted to. And I like them. I enjoy them. So hope they keep doing them.
You can do the story about Skidmore, Missouri. There's like 2 or 3 of them. You could pick which one you want.
James said it was a blood clot. All right, Adventure RV Adventure. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging.
Clot.
hanging in with me. That's okay, Linda. Um, it's been the first live I did in a while, so I can't even remember how to get everything set up here. So hopefully things will get better and we'll get back into a normal routine. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming in here tonight. But who's on next, Felix?
I have no idea.
Does anybody know who's
your
up?
unpreparedness made me unprepared.
I know Johnny usually comes on, but I don't know if she's doing tonight or not.
It's Tuesdays.
All right, Aaron, I'll give you a call. I'll try to give you a call during the day so I'm not bothering you at night.
I don't know if Ford Man sometimes comes on late on Sundays. I don't know if he's going to be on.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Let me see if I can find
Aaron.
out.
Shave his face.
Well, it looks like he doesn't come on for another hour, but he will be on later.
Who's that? Ford Man?
Ford Man, he'll be in an hour. He'll be on.
All right. Well, if I'm still awake, I'll pop in there and
Van Life Rocks is on. And Van Life Rocks is on next. There you go.
Oh, cool. Do you guys have his link? Does somebody have his link? Can you drop the link in there? All right, Timmy. Have a good sandwich. Let's see if we can get his link dropped in here before we sign off here.
Yeah, give me a sec.
We got about 3.5 minutes. And I got to figure out how to.
Well, if I could type.
Did you get it?
There. Popping up. I think. There it goes. There you go. Everybody go rate Van Life Rocks.
All right. You guys, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. And we'll try to do this again soon. So everybody have a good night. God bless each and every one of you. And I hope you guys have a great week. And just remember one thing. If you're not doing what you love, you're not living. Take care, Felix. Thanks. Love you.